A faceless monster, a ghost who walked among us, a killer who taunted the police, played with the press, and disappeared into the night. His letters sent shivers down the spine of a city. His ciphers? Still unsolved. His identity, a mystery. Even now, San Francisco, 1968. A young couple murdered on a cold December night. A masked figure emerging from the darkness. A symbol burned into history. 5 confirmed victims. Dozens of possible murders. And a trail of cryptic messages that continue to haunt investigators. Was he a lone killer? A mad genius? Or something even more terrifying? Someone still out there, watching, waiting.
This is the Zodiac speaking. Hello, San Francisco.
The Zodiac Killer is one of the most infamous and mysterious serial killers in American history. Active in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac is known for his chilling letters, taunting law enforcement and the public with cryptic messages and unsolved ciphers. He claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders in the San Francisco Bay Area, though he hinted at more victims, leaving authorities puzzled and fearful. The Zodiac's distinctive method of communication included sending letters to newspapers, often accompanied by complex ciphers he dared readers to solve. Some of these ciphers were cracked years later, but others remain unsolved, adding to the enigma. Despite numerous suspects over the years, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown, sparking theories and intense public interest. The Zodiac name. The killer coined the nickname Zodiac in a letter sent to the San Francisco Chronicle in 1969, in which he claimed responsibility for the murders and threatened more killings. The name became infamous, and the killer continued using it in his communications. The Zodiac Killer's first confirmed victims were Betty Lou Jensen, 16, and David Faraday, 17, who were shot and killed on December 20th, 1968, near Vallejo, California. The ciphers. The Zodiac Killer's ciphers are one of the most intriguing parts of his case, and they played a key role in his mysterious persona. The Z408 cipher, 1969. This is one of the Zodiac's most famous ciphers. It is a 408-character cryptogram sent in a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle on July 31, 1969. It was named Z408 due to its length. In the letter, the Zodiac claimed that the cipher, once solved, would reveal his identity, though he also stated that it would be useless to do so. The cipher is divided into 4 segments, and it was filled with strange symbols and letters. After 51 years, in December 2020, a team of amateur codebreakers finally cracked this cipher. They revealed a message, but it didn't contain the Zodiac's true identity. Instead, it contained a mix of unsettling and cryptic phrases like, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the sardine can as you solved the sardine cipher." The Z340 cipher, 1969. The Z340 cipher is one of the most complex and challenging of all the Zodiac's cryptograms. It consists of 340 characters and was sent in a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle on November 8, 1969. This cipher was particularly challenging because it involved multiple symbols and a polyalphabetic cipher. Like the Z408 cipher, the Zodiac claimed that this one would reveal his identity. One part of the message reads, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." But solving this cipher didn't reveal the identity of the killer. The Z13 Cipher, 1970. The Z13 Cipher is a much shorter cryptogram containing just 13 characters. It was sent in a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle on April 20, 1970. The Zodiac claimed that this cipher was easier than his previous ones, but despite this, it has never been solved. The Z32 Cipher, 1970. Another short cipher, the Z32 Cipher, was included in a letter sent to the San Francisco Chronicle on July 26, 1970. It consists of 32 characters and is known to be particularly difficult due to its irregular pattern and lack of clear structure. Similar to the Z13 cipher, the Z32 cipher remains unsolved and continues to baffle cryptographers. Some theorize that it could contain a false lead or be a deliberate attempt to mislead investigators. The Exorcist Letter, 1974. While not technically a cipher in the traditional sense, this letter sent in 1974 is significant because it contains strange symbols and references that resemble ciphers. It is named the Exorcist Letter because the Zodiac referenced the movie The Exorcist in his cryptic message. He made a chilling remark about the movie in relation to his killings and hinted at continuing his reign of terror. Taunting nature. From the very beginning of his killing spree, the Zodiac Killer made it clear that he took great pleasure in the fear and confusion he caused. One of the most disturbing elements of his behavior was his need to taunt the public, law enforcement, and the media. Rather than operating in silence or attempting to evade attention, he intentionally sought to heighten the terror surrounding his crimes by communicating directly with newspapers, law enforcement, and the public. The inclusion of the cipher was a signature move of the Zodiac's taunting nature. He was daring the public to solve it, presenting the solution as if it was a game or a puzzle to be completed. His tone in this first letter also established a pattern of arrogance, where he seemed to enjoy the idea of being one step ahead of everyone else, almost as if he were challenging the police to catch him.